Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's VS Code live stream. My name is Liam Hampton. I'm a senior cloud advocate on the Visual Studio Code advocacy team here at Microsoft. And as always, we've got some fantastic guests joining us today on the live stream. Well, guest, should I say. His name is Peter, and I'd like to bring Peter up onto the stage with me. There he is, Peter. You'll notice his name tag is Pez. Which one do you prefer to go by?
I can go by both. You choose whichever.
Wonderful.
I'm Pez and Peter both are very fine.
Love that. Absolutely love it. Well, I'm probably going to call you Peter. Probably easier for me to say Peter. All right, cool. So today, quick ground rule. Please, everybody, be very kind in the chat. This is an awesome place to learn and have some great fun. So as always, keep it clean, keep it nice, and we're going to have great fun today. So Peter, where are you joining from? Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so I'm joining from Stockholm, Sweden. I'm a Swede, and I'm a father of 5, and I'm a closure contractor. So I'm employed by a small consultancy named Agical that also sponsors my open source initiative. So I can work 20% of my time with open source with full salary.
Oh, I love that. That's a really fun job, actually. I like when you get to work on open source, work with the community, and have that as your full-time job. Hey, you're pretty lucky. You said closure. Closure? How do you say that? That's a language, right?
That's how we say it, I guess. Yeah, that's a language.
Amazing.
Yep, and it's what powers what we're going to talk about. Yeah.
How did you fall into writing that? Usually we always say like Python, JavaScript, Go, Java, like that kind of thing. How did you fall into closure?
That's a very good question. I mean, I have been in all programming languages in existence until like 2010 or something like that. And then I switched to project management. And I was in project management for, I don't know, 7-8 years or something like that. And then I was on a project where the devs used Closure, and I got curious, and it looked fun, and I started to code in it, and I decided to go back to coding because Closure is so fun.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, so you're a seasoned dev. Absolutely love that. I'm a software engineer. Well, I say software. Yeah. I used to be a software engineer. I write a lot of Go, so I don't know much about Closure, but I'm sure you can teach us a thing or two today. So what are we going to be talking about? What are we going to be going through on this stream? So we've got Joyride and Copilot. Tell us a little bit about Joyride. Where did it come from?
Yeah, so Joyride was created by me and Mikhail Borkent. He also goes by the name Borkdude. And he thought that VS Code lacked the scriptability in user space that Emacs has. Like Emacs, you can just make it do anything while you're using it. Yep. So that's why we created Joyride. It's a scripting environment for VS Code that has access to the whole VS Code extension API and all extensions APIs. And so basically, you can inspect and make VS Code do new stuff in user space while you're using it.
Oh, amazing stuff.
Hmm?
So my camera just decided to shut off. But we're back. Very cool. Very cool. Well, that's pretty exciting. Well, I'm going to hand the stage over to you. I'm going to stay on camera and I'm going to be filtering through the chat. So send in your questions, send your comments this way. And Peter, take it away. Take it away for us.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, if you see my screen, so this is the site that supports this stream. It has lots of links and a README that's trying to be helpful for you if you wanna try this out. So the workspace there is meant for you to fork and clone to your computer and open up and follow the instructions in the README. So yeah, that was that. I want to show you how you get started with Joyride, and for that I'm now on another Mac that doesn't have Joyride on it. It only has my favorite theme and GitHub Copilot.
That's started from scratch.
So it's this is from scratch.
Nice.
So we go here and search for Joyride or Joy, like that, and you install it. So, and now you have in your menu Joyride commands like that, and we are
so you immediately got that in the command palette straight from just installing the extension. That's just straight up in there. You can go to the command palette and start running this.
Exactly.
Super.
And so we are going to yeah, I think we are going to show this run user script here. So in this menu, your user scripts will show up once you have them. And so we are going to go to the open user Joyride directory in a new window. So Joyride has like two focuses, similar to VS Code settings. And so you have global things and you have workspace things. So the user things are the global Joyride scripts that you write, and that's a project of its own. And you can open that. Yes, I trust myself. So this is created on your machine when you install Joyride in your home directory. So that's also starts with a README like this, and this README tries to make a few distinctions to start with between what is a workspace script and what is a user script, and some of the basic structure of a Joyride directory. I'm not going to dwell on that now, but instead go to getting started, which is encouraging you to install a script that I have made. So there's a repository out there that's called Awesome Copilot that I'm sure you have heard. If you haven't, it's awesome. It has lots of prompts and everything, like stuff like that. But there is an Copilot script or a Joyride script for Awesome Copilot. So it's here. So I copy that and I go back here as it says, and it says after I have copied that, I should you create user script. So Joy create user script here.
And we're still on this other machine at the moment, right? We're still on this.
Still on the other machine, yeah.
Gotcha.
Because it's clean, it doesn't have anything. Copilot. It's important that this name gets correct. So like that, and the README instructs me to replace all content here with the thing that I copied. So this is the script, the Awesome Copilot script, and it will. I can show you. So now we do Joy run use script, like that. And now we have Awesome Copilot there in this menu. We have that whichever project we're opening. We will always have that there. And I run it, and now it shows me a list of the content of Awesome Copilot.
I love that.
So then we have there. So there are some contents for Joyride, and one is Act Informed. So I will take that one, and now I can choose to view the content of it, install it globally on my machine, or install it in the workspace. So I will install it globally on the machine, and now it's installed. So this gives us a prompt here. It's called First Ask.
So we're using this in agent mode now. This is agent mode in GitHub Copilot, right?
Agent mode. I'm always using Cloud Sonnet for now. Let's see here. Yeah. So I installed the First Ask, and now we're going to ask it something. So we're going to ask it. Oh, that was the wrong button. Oh, okay. Yeah, of course I can't use voice on that machine. Okay. Tell me something about. Oh, my fingers are nervous. Joyride. So it has Joyride, and Joyride has a tool for evaluating Joyride code. So it can. That means Copilot can do basically anything with your environment. So it can script VS Code for you. But Joyride also has this tool that is meant for gathering user input. So even if you're not starting to hack VS Code, yeah, this Copilot tool is great, because now it asks us if there's some specific aspect of Joyride most interesting in learning about. So I can say user scripts here, or something like that. And it will now read about Joyride, and it will read about how to help users with Joyride, and read about this project, and then it will try to give me some kind of crash course here about user script. You can see you have Awesome Copilot script already installed. Yeah, I think you get it. I will not dwell on that right now. I will. But anyway, what happened here was that this script was evaluated or run, so to speak, and that shows us this content from Awesome Copilot. So you have the content of Awesome Copilot inside VS Code, and you can install it without switching to a browser or whatever, remembering where Awesome Copilot is. So, and this you could do with an extension as well. So that's a point with Joyride. It helps us build the small things or big things, or whatever, instead of installing extensions for them, or someone can makes a script and shares that script. And if this script doesn't behave exactly as I like, I can just adapt it. So that's the difference, big difference between Joyride scripts and extensions. Because Joyride scripts are there for you to just hack on. I want to install another script just to show you. And that's a script I made. It's called Git Fuzzy. So it gives us a fuzzy menu searching our Git history. So we should copy the code from Git Fuzzy.cjs. Here, I take this code and go back to this code here, and I say create user script again. like that.
So in a second, we have a good question for you, Peter.
Yeah.
So once you finish doing this. Cool. So Jeffrey in the chat just asked, what's the difference of having Joyride instead of using native prompts and custom instructions? Which is actually quite a good question. I was thinking something very similar.
So where does that question come from? So Joyride is perfectly usable, like without Copilot. I mean, it's there for you can just script VS Code, but it is also sort of an MCP server for Copilot. So Copilot can do this stuff for you, and it is meant to work together with all your custom prompts or whatever, everything you have. Like together, they create a much bigger thing, a much more useful thing than prompts can do, or like customization of Copilot can do alone, because it allows Copilot to help you make VS Code do whatever you want it to do, and it also helps Copilot use VS Code if it is something it needs to do to help you out with your task.
Very
Does that
cool.
answer the question?
I mean, I think it kind of answers it for me. I don't know, Jeffrey, pop in the chat if it answered it for you. But I guess kind of in like a nutshell, you're saying this is sort of a way to interpret your the code editor itself from within itself. Is that what you're saying? So you're kind of exposing a lot of the APIs and a lot of everything that's happening inside VS Code.
Yeah, as you saw that menu popped up that VS Code doesn't have natively, right? So
yep.
So it now is there. So
very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
Exactly.
Sorry, you carry on. You carry on.
Yeah. So now we installed another script, and I think I installed it in the wrong place, but I don't think it matters. And it's called gitfuzzy, and you can bind key bindings to a command that's called Joyride run code. Okay, now it shows me here, and then you give Joyride code there. So when I press a key binding, well, I already have that configured, so I don't do something wrong when I demo it here. But so if I now press Control Alt J or Option J and Control Option G here, J and G, it will give an error because there is no Git repository in this project. So we will have to switch to another project, not like that. And that's another project of mine, Calva Backseat Driver. And now if I press Control Alt J, Control Alt G, it will give me a menu that is fuzzy searchable, and it will show me previews of everything in the code base. So I'll take Control G, and now if I search for, say, MCP, I can browse from more. Another thing I have here is human intelligence. And I can go here and I can look at that particular commit change in that file. So it's a very, very fast way to find stuff in your Git history. And yeah, tell me if it's already exists in VS Code, because I'm known to have written a lot of Joyride script that already exists in VS Code, but I don't think this one exists.
To my knowledge, no, but I'll let the team speak on that one when they see this, when they watch this back. No, that's really, really cool. I think I've spent hours searching through Git commit histories and lots of different commits in multiple open source projects that I've played with. And yeah, no, that's quite a cool way to use it.
Yeah, so I totally agree with you. And yeah, also this one is totally adaptable again. So if something doesn't work, it doesn't show you that what you want, whatever, you just fix the script and it will work exactly as you wanted.
Yeah, nice.
So it's meant for that. And one thing with the awesome Copilot script, note that we didn't run Git fuzzy like this, because it doesn't really make sense. You can, but since it's a quick search, you bind it instead to a key binding, so you have easy access to it. But the Awesome Copilot script, let me run that again. Awesome Copilot. So the prompt that I installed there is called first ask, but for some reason the script doesn't find it when we do that. And so let's see what more content we have here. Joyride, WordPress automation assistant. We have boost prompt. I think we're fine. I will ask Copilot. Say first ask. I always start with that prompt because then I can fill in stuff that I have forgotten when I wrote the prompt, and I will tell it the Awesome Copilot script doesn't let me search on the file name. Can you fix that? So it may fail on this, of course, but we will try.
There's just a question in the chat, or probably
Yep.
for clarification, actually. So John has just popped in. So you're able to add functionality to VS Code via Joyride that you are able to update and modify without recompiling.
Exactly, without recompiling. It's Joyride is powered by something called the small closure interpreter. So in this Joyride case, it's really interpreting things, and that's the thing that Borgdude really brought to Joyride. He is the creator of this small closure interpreter, and that's rocket science, really. But anyway, so that's exactly what it does. It's while the system is running, you can modify VS Code and give it new features, and you can change these features while it is running as well. It's very, very dynamic because of its closure at the bottom of it.
Love that.
So
Thanks.
when you try to search in VS Awesome Copilot script, what happens? Well, you typing file name. Oh, matches. Actually, the prompt or instruction name. But yes, file name.
So a quick question then. What's the difference between typing in that box versus the Copilot chat box in the bottom right? Well, what's the difference there? Because I see you've also got like a response at the top as well, where you're typing. And Jeffrey, I see your question. I will ask that in a second.
Yeah, so this is a very good question. To my experience, I get different results, and also because if you do it like in the chat, this is more like in the task while it is doing it, so it can bring this in much more without losing attention on the main task.
Got you. So it's kind of its own like sub-session.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. All right. And Jeffrey actually had a follow-up question to what he asked earlier. So around the custom instructions. So does this allow you to define custom instructions as well, or is it based off the predefined one like you just did with the /first ask, or ask first rather?
Yeah, so the first ask one we actually installed now from Awesome Copilot. So that is a custom one. So that I hope that answers the question. There are no built-in instructions or anything in Joyride. It's all like the custom prompts, chat modes, and instructions that you use.
Yeah, so it's just like reaches out to a third party. It's kind of like the transporter between that to get it in.
Yeah, but that, I mean, these are instructions for Copilot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like anything else that you instruct Copilot to do. You use these chat modes and everything to make Copilot behave the way you want it to do, to make Copilot know about what you have in your system, everything like that. So that's exactly how we use it here. You have, I have some custom instructions, and I will show you more of custom instructions later that make it like really use Joyride in an efficient way. But it can use it without instructions, of course, as well. But then Joyride has some built-in instruction that it can query, like it did here.
Need some kind of like context.
Exactly.
Very good. Right, you crack on. Let you carry on.
So now it will want to run Joyride code, and I will allow it in this session. And okay, of course, it has full access to your system now via VS Code, right? So be aware of that when you use this.
Cautious. I guess for anyone watching, the button that you just clicked on there, Peter, saying always allow in the session or allow in the workspace or forever allow, that is just to keep the human in the loop. So that's actually part of Copilot itself. So I guess that's more for the viewers, because I'm sure you already know. But that's more for the viewers to keep the human in the loop. So whenever Copilot does a call out or sort of you type in a prompt and you get a response, whenever it needs to do an action, which would need some kind of security element to it, that's just your opportunity as a user to hop in and say, yes, allow it in this session or allow in the workspace or for the user or whatnot.
Exactly.
Or you can just do it individually and just click continue like I do.
Yeah. A thing that gets a bit interesting here, since it's a scripting environment and it can do anything, you have these coarse way of allowing it to do things. So there are no like layers on it. Allow it these commands. There's no sandboxing going on. Just
nice.
To be open about that. So now we can search for in this test menu it has brought up, and it says it has fixed this issue for us by match on description. Maybe that was missing before. So we will try that. Run user script, pause on Copilot, and now I will search for first ask, and now we find it. So
very cool.
It didn't work before. We asked Copilot to fix it. Copilot did a minimal fix of it, and now the script works. So I might even leave this script unfixed so people can fix it themselves like this. Yeah. So yeah, very hard. There is nothing in Joyride that guides you into this opening the Joyride directory. Joy open.
I guess for folks watching this, you're typing the command palette here, and this is
exactly
Command Shift and P on the keyboard.
Yeah, exactly. But this one you must find yourself for now. There is no onboarding otherwise in Joyride. I will have to add that, but anyway, this is the best way to, because that README really tries to be helpful for the beginner. And if it isn't, then issues on the Joyride repo, please. Yeah, so back to my computer. Here.
So this is your computer. You got everything set up with Joyride, everything inside your VS Code environment. Everything's all
exactly.
Good.
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
Back in business.
And this project as well. If someone in the chat has opened it already and follow, they will find a lot of that. It has a lot of content and the Copilot instructions and everything in it. So it's both that the whole computer is full of Joyride stuff, but also this project is packed. Okay, so
right, what's up next? What are we playing with next?
So I have this here. I wanted to show you the access you have to the VS Code scripting environment. But I'm thinking maybe I should start with showing you another Copilot vibe coded thing. So I have, yeah, I will do that instead. So I have, okay, maybe I need to.
Well, should I do that? If you have any questions, folks, pop them in the chat, and we can ask them live on stream. So tell us what you're thinking. Tell us what you think about Joyride. I think it's a really good opportunity to give Peter some feedback as well. Because I mean, hey, these things are in open source, so they're built by the community for the community. So I mean, I'm learning as well as you. I haven't actually used this yet myself properly, so I'm going to go away from the stream and just go have a good play with it.
Let's see. Yeah, so that was the one I wanted to that one. I want to my dev. Yeah, so I have this prompt that I've prepared. So I want a script that converts the time to time zones, because when this meeting or this stream was scheduled, I was interested in getting people to know which time it was in their time zone. So I had to struggle a bit with that. So I thought that maybe a script, Joyride script, can do it for us.
Totally all struggle with that.
So that is what we're going to try to do now. So a process that I like to follow, remember that was a product manager a while, is that I first give Copilot a task to see that it understands the task. So what are we going to do? And so I ask it to make a press release and describing the feature as if it was already done. So this comes from my God, Amazon working backwards. So there's a link in that repo about this. So I ask it to create the press release of the thing we're building. So we can look at that press release and see if we get excited and see if whatever hallucinations or misunderstandings are in there, so we can get them away before we define the actual task. So, and I do this with first ask because maybe I forget something when I do it. Perfect, Mr. Krishurian. I love Amazon working backwards, as do I. So now it reads the Joyride agent guide and the how to assist users with Joyride. And then it tries some code here and now it starts to ask me questions here. And so it will do this. It will run code on VS Code itself, right? So it has two sources of truth here, me and the system, VS Code itself. So it will not start to hallucinate stuff like that. It really tries stuff on the system before it goes to the next step.
That's really interesting. I have a quick question, Peter.
Yeah.
In the bottom right, I see live demo. Can you just quickly explain what you've done down there in the chat? So you're not using agent.
It is an agent.
So I'm in that agent mode.
Yep. I will. So I will stop this now because this is a bit boring to look at. So I will stop that, and because I have prepared it. So we'll stop that, and we can look at the live demo chat mode here. So it's this one. It's in this project.
This is your custom. This is like your custom chat mode that you've added in, right?
Exactly, and that you have if you clone this project, right? So
yeah, nice.
And it's really tailored so that this demo should go smooth, right? So Copilot does less mistakes and everything like that. So that's what we go. So it asks this one asks it read this first, read this also first, Be REPL driven. This is interactive programming. Don't start editing files or everything with stuff that this just guesses. Use the REPL to verify your assumptions, right? And this should be user involvement in this. And I wanted to address the chat, people in the chat like that. So that's what's in here, and usage of Joyride and everything like that. It's actually Copilot that has written most of this for us, but anyway. So README, preview of the README. Yeah, where were we? I have prepared this like a TV chef. I don't know if you see that very small on the screen.
No, we can't read that.
But anyway, you see 3 changes here in the repository. So we have a press release here.
You can read that one.
And for immediate release, today we announced the time zone converter Joyride script to lightweight VS Code extension, blah, 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 blah. We are solving this problem. You don't want to go out to other stuff. You want to stay in VS Code, right? And the solution is, of course, a Joyride script that is simple to use, and that has one-click copy of the list for you. And some benefits. This is actually, we are rushing through it now, but this is meant for reading closely, looking for misunderstandings. And this you can really do with stuff that it's not going to Copilot. I mean, before you do anything in a development effort, you can do a press release of what you're doing first, and then you can use this press release throughout the process and check it. Are we targeting the right users? Will someone actually say this about this thing? And this is how you get started. So that's the point of that. And the next thing I did was to use the first ask prompt again and tell it to make a plan from this once we had iterated on this a bit. And then it made this implementation notes. So this has stuff about the methodology it should use, stuff about how it should use the closure code, example, the script structure, everything. So this, it should be able to just crunch on medium, junior dev, or Copilot, right? You can just give them this, and they should be able to do it. So that's what we're going to do now. And now I want to use the first ask thing, because that went into creating this thing. So this has all the answers. I'm not in the loop now when it, in that sense, when it does this, right? I'm not sure if live demo is the best. Yeah, I think it's the best for now. Wait, now I'm on my computer, right? Hello there. Can you carry out this plan for us? Okay, maybe I couldn't while I was on stream. That's boring. Do you still hear me out there?
Yep, we got you. I love using that one. That's like the best shortcut for my Copilot. I love talking into it. It's great.
Yeah. It's so effective. And yeah. So now let's see. It has this live demo thing, the mode, plus these instructions right now, plus the instructions of this project, of course. And it still wants to ask me stuff. Just to confirm the execution. Should I create the working best? What? Okay, sorry. We need to do this in a new chat. It was confused. Now it gets to work instead. Reading the stuff about Joyride, and now it should be creating this menu for us, or this system for us, without editing a file. It will just do it in the REPL, make it exist. Sometimes it falls out of that mode and start editing files, but it really should do that. So now it's testing something here for us. Default value, not default value. So it's testing it that it can read input from the quick input. So it actually executed this VS Code window show input with this prompt, right? It continues here, trying,
working
learning.
on tandem with Copilot, right? So this
Yeah.
is quite interesting to see.
So Copilot is now scripting our system, really, as it also did when it fixed that script, the awesome Copilot script for us. But this is different. This is creating something completely new that didn't exist before.
Very good, very good.
Here it has something for parsing the input, and it's trying that now with some input, checking that it's correct. And yeah, you can ask maybe questions or anything like that now while we.
Yeah, so I think there's probably a question that I've just been sat waiting for a minute. One from Jeffrey. So how about building a web app using Joyride? So can you just give us maybe a quick, I guess, a quick explanation of how you could use this to create maybe like your first application or first web app, or how would you use it to assist you to do that? How would that make it better for you?
Yeah. Okay. So Joyride isn't for making web apps or anything. It's for making VS Code apps. So just to have that clear, of course, you can use Joyride script to improve your workflow and automate everything about your workflow. So creating your first web app is, or creating your 10th web app or whatever is much more efficient than creating your 9th, because now you have Joyride and can automate VS Code in completely new ways.
Nice.
So yeah. So if the question is how do you use it for creating your VS Code applications or adapting VS Code, I'm suggesting this is how you do it. So
very cool.
This was the time that I was interested in when I created. So it's trying that now.
And Yogi, I see a couple comments in the chat there, Yogi. If you have an issue with Copilot, or I say VS Code, pop an issue on the VS Code's repository. That's probably the best place to go for that one. And as far as what we're demoing, so Peter here is going through Joyride, which is an extension which will basically help you hack your way into VS Code to some extent and start using some of the APIs to work in sort of side by side with Copilot as you're working on your apps.
So now we can see here that it has actually created this. It has created a menu here that shows us this list of times for different time zones for the times that I input there. So it's close to there. It says that this should copy when it's referencing some copy all button that's not there. But maybe I get the time if I do like that. And can try. Yeah, so that's on my clipboard. As the press release said it should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the scripts directory exists. Now let's create our complete time zone converter script. And the implementation note tells it to create this as a script. We don't need any keyboard shortcuts or anything for this. You don't need to access to it all the time. It's fine to run it as a script.
Okay.
So that's a distinction a bit between scripts and other like more command-like functions that you write. So sometimes you want to bind a keyboard shortcut to it so that it's more like a command, built-in command in VS Code. But in this case, it's fine to use that script. Now it has created the file. and it has some linting issues it's fixing. Now it's going to test our complete script. It's usually not very bad, very good with that, testing the script. I don't know why, but it's trying it now. So it's reloaded the namespace, and now it's trying it. So should we take some other time?
Yeah, so just to confirm, you're not typing this, right? This is coming from the Copilot chat and so at the VS Code window itself.
So
you're not typing this.
It's me typing.
You are typing that bit.
Yeah. So it's testing the script now. So it's meant for me to. So we take tomorrow at 18, right? The weekend starts, and I get this list here, and it says that there is a copy all button it's not there. So we could, of course, need to iterate on this so that we have this copy all button. But at least I can take one at a time here.
Nice.
Oh, that was not the.
Yeah, and then watches for a lot of the stuff I do.
Yeah. So I will leave these the press release and the implementation notes in this project. So if anyone wants to ask Copilot to build a script for them, there are instructions for that in the README of the project. So you can do this yourself, and then you can adapt this menu to however you fancy. That's the point again, with Joyride, right? It's meant to tailor things. So yeah, so that's what I want to show you before I would dive in deeper. I don't know how we are.
We only got about 10 minutes left, so I'd probably say maybe 5 minutes more of the demo, because I think we've got a couple of questions, or at least I have a few questions I really want to ask you at the end.
Yeah, cool. Well, then I'm happy I started with that because now I wanted to go into showing you more. Now I will start a REPL. Start Joy is how we start a REPL. Start Joyride, REPL, and connect. And for doing this, you also need Calva. That the README of this project again mentions that. So now I have a REPL. So now both Copilot and I are connected to the same system. So we can cooperate here if you like. If I run this expression, I'm defining this function, which didn't exist before. Now the function exists. And now I can run this function. And it will open up this find with regex on. So you see it has started here with regex on. And it also, let's see here. That one. So I have it here as a command. So that is the exact thing that we had there, but it's just like JSONified, so it's hard to read. And it's on Control-Alt-J, Control-Alt-F there. So if I want to find this, and I do this, Control-Alt-J, Control-Alt-F, it will open this find here with regex on, and you see it's multi-line. It's impossible to do otherwise in VS Code. But if you do this, then you get it multi-line. So I don't know. Did you follow what happened there?
I was following, yes. So I could see that. I could see the find window. That was quite interesting. You have multiple lines there. And with regex. Yeah.
And so you can also do finding files with the regex on. If I evaluate that, it's the same here. Maybe I had this on before, so it's not there. And if you peek into VS Code code, you will find all the options you can do there.
Very cool.
Okay, beware, this is not public API, right? We are joyriding VS Code here, so we're just picking up with everything we can to get our stuff done. But the Joyride script can, of course, break if VS Code team decides to change some internal thing. Otherwise, VS Code is the VS Code API is super stable. So the public API you can use, and I've been using it for 7 years and never seen a breakage. So it's wonderful. So okay, so here we have we can look at config settings for in this case for Zen mode. So I can check if the status bar is hidden in Zen mode by inspecting this here, and I can toggle it. I don't know if we have Zen mode on. So now we're in Zen mode. So we see the status bar here, right? But if I toggle it by doing this, it's hiding it. Never mind the error message, something. It's a bug in Joyride, I think. But anyway, and we can show it again here by evaluating this code. So what it does, it sets whatever the current setting is. It toggles it. That's what's going on there. So another thing is that in line numbers showing in VS Code, you can set VS Code to show line numbers or hide line numbers, and you can also make it do something different for Zen mode and editor mode. So we can look at show line numbers is on my machine, but in Zen mode it is true. Hide line numbers is true. So that is a bit of a mix of data types, but anyway. And then there's, again, if you dig down in VS Code, we find that the active text editor options, if we look at those, so they are here. They have tab size, indent size, line numbers 0, right? And we can pick out the line numbers. We see that 0 there. And then we can actually toggle that.
That's where you get the space plus tabs
I'm
arguments.
something else there. Here's the toggle. So show line numbers, even in Zen mode, hide line numbers. And it's doing that only for this editor, right? So, and this you can bind to a key binding. So if you're in Zen mode, you don't want line numbers to show where you're presenting, then maybe you have a keyboard shortcut so you can show them temporarily while they're doing it. Yeah. How are we on time?
Yeah, we've got about 7 minutes left, so I think probably now's a good time to maybe wrap up the demo, because like I said, there's a couple of questions that I really want to ask, which we have use for everybody. So I think, are you done with the demo, or you got more?
I can go on. Oh, really? But if people don't get their questions answered, maybe that's more important to me, actually. So if it's a harder deadline we're going for, I say question time.
Absolutely.
And I can maybe answer some question with code, of course.
Perfect. Well, that was a super demo, super run through on Joyride. I understand why you call it Joyride now. Quite candidly, it's just taking VS Code for a Joyride.
It was Bortu that named it Joyride. So it's a really good name. I love it.
Absolutely love that. All right. Well, we can probably take down your screen then for a second, because I'm not sure the questions I have to ask are going to be relevant. Awesome. So first question that I have, and then Yogi, I can also see you're sending a couple of messages in the chat as well. Am
I on? My screen is shared now or not? Or
no, your screen is not shared. I just see you on camera.
I go here.
So go on camera and microphone. Yeah. Cool. So in one sentence, can you just, or 2 sentences, can you outline why you wanted to build this?
Yes. So I like to tinker with things, right? And VS Code let me tinker it using extensions, but not while I was using it. So I just wanted to have this option to make VS Code do new stuff while I'm using it. That's the reason. And then the next step why I added Copilot support for it. Maybe that's obvious, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's brilliant. Well, thank you. Secondly, is this available in code spaces?
I don't think so. I haven't tried it, but people should try it. And if it doesn't work, maybe we can fix it. Because
absolutely.
it might be Joyride might be using some API you can't use in Codespaces. Codespaces actually is running in a container, right?
Yeah, so Codespace, oh my goodness, it's been a while since I've explained this. I remember doing a presentation a while ago on this.
Okay, maybe so maybe I changed
container on a virtual machine.
So then I
container
changed
inside a virtual machine.
This probably works in Codespaces.
Okay.
But what I was thinking about was the web version of VS Code. There I'm on the fence.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think it would work in that, because that's a little bit different. All right, and then the following question, or my final question, that I'm absolutely going to get to you, Yogi, in the chat. Contributors, are you open to contributors for this?
Oh yes,
Open source, right?
I'm fully into open source. It's very, I would love contributors, and you can contribute by just like filing issues, something that could be improved, filing issues about like ideas, PRs, the whole space of contributors. So just join the Joyride team, like whatever. So it's it's open.
Absolutely. Perfect. Well, that's great for the community to know. So yeah, give it a go in Codespaces. If it doesn't work, submit an issue. So you can have the link. The link is up there on the screen. But yes, Yogi, just to go through some of the comments that you popped into the chat. I'm not sure if you can see this as well, Peter. So yes, it's VS Code editing while it's running. So if you go to StreamYard, Peter, there's a tab called comments. You can see them all from, there we go, on the screen there. So while it's running, yes, using the APIs from VS Code, yes, you're absolutely correct.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, pop them in now. You got, I guess, 30 seconds, then we can probably wrap up. There's the clock goes on. It's like the countdown clock now. Is it tick, 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 tick?
Tick, 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 tick. If they have a microphone, they can quickly speak it in.
Absolutely. Well, while we're waiting for that, call to actions. What do you want people to do from this?
Yeah, so I would really like for people to try this, and I have tried to make this project that is linked in the show notes and that I was showing people to download that project, clone it, and follow the README. I have tried to make it helpful. So if it's not, that's a GitHub repo issue, please. So yeah, so that's actually what I want people to do. Clone that repo and go at it, and ask Copilot to go at it.
Absolutely. Get AI involved. So use it and feedback. Awesome stuff. All right, there's one final question there that we got, and then I will close off this stream. So what's your best VS Code hack to finish off with?
My best.
Great question. What's your best one?
Yeah, so except for Joyride itself, because that's actually the best, the best one. Yeah, but I'm having this. I think it's the awesome Copilot script. I mean, I can add instructions, and now I didn't show you all the instructions that are in that project, but please explore it. And but there are also like a lot of like common instructions out there where people best practice, right? So I can just fire up that menu and find whatever and install it and have my Copilot work much better. Beast mode is there, of course, so whatever stuff like that.
Love it.
It's super great. But that's my best hack.
Perfect. Well, you took my call to action away from me as well. So yeah, go and check out Awesome Copilot if you've been lovely with Joyride. Check it out. If you're not following or subscribing this YouTube channel, then go ahead and do that. We love to have you on here. We love the interaction. If you have any questions, you can find us on LinkedIn, or just grab us on X, Twitter, whichever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Other than that, thank you ever so much for sticking around. Thank you very much, Peter, for the amazing demo.
Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed this.
Super excited to see what you do at Joyride. All right, with that, thank you ever so much, everybody, and goodbye.
Goodbye.